Well, as you know, the market has been quite volatile lately, and in fact, the resource sector in particular has been hit quite hard, especially in the last month. If you take a look at what the market has done, you would think they were in a recession. But in fact, if you look around us, and there really isn't a recession in the U.S., which is the biggest market for consumer goods, and there's no recession in China, which is the biggest buyer of commodities, which resource stock are producing. In Europe, there could be a recession, given the ongoing issue with the sovereign debt issue. But again, I think clearly the investors have taken a sell first, ask question later attitude. So we are seeing a lot of opportunities in the resource sector. There continue to be very strong demand for commodities from both the developed countries and developing markets, such as China, India, and so on. The pace of that demand growth has slowed down somewhat with the ongoing issues in Europe and US. However, we're not seeing a decline in demand. It's only the pace of that growth has been slowed down. If you look at the past history, even in 2008, we barely see the demand decline on an absolute level for any of the commodities. And remember that commodity prices, even though they have come down somewhat, continue to be very, very high levels. That makes it very profitable for the resource companies. Commodity stocks have been hit very hard recently in the market. For example, the diversified mining index in the TSX declined 32% alone in the month of September, which tells me that it has discounted a scenario of global recession, which it doesn't exist today. There's no recession in any of the markets, save for Europe, which may enter into recession at some point if they don't solve their issues with sovereign debt. Having said that, demand continues to be strong, and commodity price in all cases remain at a very, very profitable level for the resource company. So if there is no recession, which I think it's likely the case,